Well, as the campground has grown, the revenue has, of course, also grown. No, and the cabins seem to be a lot busier the last 3 to 5 years, and the number of seasonal camping families, the people that come in the spring and park their trailer for the season, that has grown as well. At one time, I was down to about 17 or 18 families. As much as I was a little bit nervous about that, now I can proudly say that there are 35 seasonal families, and I have a waiting list. I have 4 cabins on the premises. 3 of them are very private and on the edge of the water with a dock, and there's one that's a family cabin. It's located in the campground, and it just makes it, the land is level there, and it makes it a lot more convenient for a family with younger children, because the younger children want to be on the beach and on the playground. I think that there's lots of room to expand, and I think that the hidden gem that Woodland Park is, as soon as people learn more about it, then the number of guests that come will definitely grow. Additional cabins, more campsites. There's a lot of acreage here, a little over 95 acres, so it's all opportunity to grow. With growth in the future, some of the things that will need to be taken into account are the different ministry agencies that need to be contacted so that you can further grow the campground. If another section was to be done, then it would require some larger items. The main thing being a new, another septic bed, the septic field idea. The one that's here now was built in 1994-95, and as much as that it's working as good as it can, the Ministry of the Environment put limits as to how many seasonal trailers can use that septic system. With the current infrastructure, it's getting closer to its limit, so there would maybe be 5 or 6 more spaces that you could have to stay within the limitations of the ministry. With the current infrastructure, you could grow approximately 15 to 20% without having to make major changes. Historically, I average the seasonal campsites to increase by approximately 5% every year to help with the increasing costs of operating the business. The cabin rentals have been a little bit lower. My aim was to draw people to the cabins, and once I had a little more occupancy filled, then my idea was to increase the rates. And when you hear it from your customers that this is pretty cheap for something nice like this, that just gives me a little bit more of an idea that it's okay to increase the rates.
Right. And what other revenue streams do you have in your business besides the rentals? Do you rent boats?
I rent boats, motorized and non-motorized. I sell firewood that we get out of our own woods.
And you have a little
I
shop.
have a little tuck shop. Because the campground is somewhat smaller, I have specific hours that allows for the children to come, whether it's a 5-cent candy or ice cream or chocolate bars or drinks. The kids are pretty excited, so are the parents, to come and go up to Mary's store to see what treat they can have tonight.
Okay.
Without getting major permits and doing additions, et cetera, the little store really, really helps a lot, because then the people who come can stay here and they don't have to run into town. Another thing that I sell all the time is ice, of course, for in the summertime. And I have limited grocery supplies in case someone unexpectedly had guests. There's always something in the store that could be added to your planned meal, and then you serve your guests as well without any, you don't have to travel real far to get the supplies.